Hey y'all, tonight we're going to take a look at some budget-minded night vision optics. We've got this one from Oneleaf AI. This is a clip-on night vision optic that you can use as a handheld monocular, or you can clip it on your first focal plane rifle scope and extend your range capability. Budget-minded night vision optics in today's climate are really important. And listen guys, there is something out there for almost everyone and everyone's price point. So we're going to check this one out, and I'm telling you, really recommend getting some night vision optics at any price. All right, y'all, let's dig into the Oneleaf AI Commander NV100 clip-on night vision optic. Now, I'm telling you, that's a mouthful to try and say compared to PVS 14, which everybody recognizes. But we're not talking about the $3,000+ PVS 14 today. But today we're going to talk about the $300 NV100 night vision optic. Now, there's a lot of great features that this little night vision optic comes with. And I'm sure a lot of you are saying, hey, what are you going to be able to get for $300 with a night vision optic? Well, let me tell you a little bit. This little night vision optic has digital night vision, which gives you a really good picture. Up front, you've got an adjustable infrared illuminator, which goes from a really focused beam to a real wide flood. So you can really dial in the focus of the infrared illuminator to match the night vision optic and what you're trying to view. It's a really cool feature. This little scope also has a laser designator that's built into it. Click a button on the back, it turns the laser on. Click another button, you turn the laser off. So some neat little features that you get with this little monocular. One of the cool things is it's handheld, so you can hand hold it. It has a 1/4-20 tripod mount, so you can mount this on a tripod to be able to use at night. But the really important feature with this is it's designed to clip on a first focal plane regular scope. So I've got this one here. This is a 4x14x44 from Primary Arms. And we've installed on the rear one of the little quick release adapters that mounts right to the ocular on your lens. And once you get this mounted, all you have to do is a push and a turn, and this is solidly mounted. I mean, you know, it's not going to fall off. This thing is on there securely, right? So we've got it mounted on there, and then there's a little button lever on the side that you push, little 1/8 of a turn, and you can pop it right back off. Some really innovative features with this little clip-on night vision optic to be able to use it on a regular rifle scope or any other first focal plane optic that you have. This allows you to be able to use your regular rifle and your regular rifle scope at night in many different situations, and to be able to reach out to distances of up to 300 yards with the built-in infrared illuminator. Now you can add external illuminators which will allow you to be able to shoot even further with this little night vision optic. And one of the best features, guys, this thing is like 300 bucks. And the price point is absolutely incredible. Well, let's talk about some features that this little night vision optic comes with. It's got a 1080p FHD Sony Starvis CMOS. That means absolutely nothing to me other than the thing works at night. But you know, for you guys that are techie, which is not me, you're going to understand exactly what I'm talking about. One of the things that you guys will understand if you're familiar with night vision at all is this little optic has 60 frames per second refresh rate. And what that means is if you're panning really fast, it's not skipping and you're losing what you're seeing while you're tracking. It tracks really well without you losing what you're trying to stay focused on. You can also use this little optic in the daytime. It's color in the daytime, so it looks almost just like you're looking through your optic with a, for lack of a better term, it looks like an early 2000s television when you're looking through it in the daytime. And then at nighttime, you have a black and white view, which is your traditional picture that you would normally see with any type of night vision at night. The manual that comes with this optic says it has up to 70 millimeters of eye relief, and that's true. It does. The downside to that is if you're at 70 millimeters eye relief, your eye is way back here, you're off of the eye cup, and you're losing, one, you're illuminating your eye, but two, you're also losing some of the screen. You're not able to see the little screen inside here nearly as well. The eye relief for me, comfortable eye relief for me with this is my eye butted up against the cup, and that gives me a full view of the screen, and I'm able to see everything, and it works really well that way. One of the nice features is you can see it comes with a couple of different cups. You can swap out your cup to be able to extend your eye relief from the shorter out to the longer. And then there's also an intermediate one that extends about a half an inch or so over the one that comes installed on the optic. The infrared illuminator is a really neat feature that they have with it, and things that I really like is it's adjustable. You just grab it and you pull out or you push in, and when you do that, what it does is it allows you to focus from a spot to a flood beam, and it's really easy to do. It's intuitive. It's one of the nice features that I like. You're not having to search for a button or try and find something. You just run your hand across the top. Gross motor skills, you feel the knob, you pull out if you want to focus, you pull in if you want to go to from a spot to a flood. The optic also comes with multiple quick detach mounts for different scopes. So like I was talking about earlier, we've got the primary arms 4x14x44, and we've got one of the smaller ocular cups on it. There's 3 different size ocular cups that come with this scope to be able to fit the vast majority of ocular lenses that are out there. The little handheld monocular also comes with an 18650 Samsung rechargeable battery, as well as an SD card, so you're not having to go out and buy an extra SD card once you get the night vision optic. A really cool feature is that it allows you to video at night or during the daytime in regular or slow motion. So a lot of your shots that you take, you're able to video those shots. Now, one thing with the NV100 clip-on night vision is it really only works with a first focal plane optic, which means you have the adjustability, you have the ability to be able to adjust your parallax on the side of the scope. Your second focal plane optics that are fixed focal plane, they don't have the parallax adjustment, are generally fixed at 100 yards. So this scope would only be able to work on one of those at 100 yards. Inside of 100, it will be blurry. Outside of 100, it will be blurry. The parallax adjustment on your first focal plane scope allows you to be able to focus the night vision monocular at any distance just by using the parallax on the side of the scope. Now, with that being said, one of the biggest issues that I had with mounting this on a first focal plane rifle scope is, one, there's a lot of adjustability. You have an ocular adjustment, you have a focal adjustment on the night vision optic itself. Then you have an ocular adjustment and a parallax adjustment on your rifle scope. It's a lot of moving parts to have to dial in. And to be honest with you, it's kind of aggravating and frustrating the first time you set everything up. You focus the monocular so the monocular is right for your eye, and then you focus the rifle scope so it's right for your eye. Then you marry the two together. Once you get the two together, then you have to fine tune everything and get the ocular on the rifle scope, the ocular on the monocular, the focus on the monocular, and the parallax on the rifle scope dialed in. And it's a little bit of trial and error with putting it on, testing it, taking it back off, making some small adjustments, putting it back on. And the biggest aggravating part was having to adjust the ocular on the rifle scope to get the night vision monocular into focus. Now, once I got everything focused and everything dialed in, the little scope works exceptionally well at night with a simple just reach up on the side and turn the parallax to be able to focus at different distances. It's really fast and it's really intuitive once you've kind of gone through the headache of getting it all set up and adjusted. But listen, guys, you're going to run into that with the majority of your night vision optics that mount to a regular scope, that mount to the rear of the scope. Okay, that's just the way that it is. You've got to adjust everything, get everything dialed in to be able to work properly. But on the flip side, once you get it all dialed in, it's pretty much set it and forget it, and you're good to go. Now, one thing that I would advise doing, once you get your monocular set up and dialed in where you want it, and you get your optic set up and dialed in where you want it, take a paint pen or a scribe and put a mark on your ocular, put a mark on your focus, and then you can put a mark on your scope as well, so you know exactly where all three of those lines are. So if I take the monocular off and I'm using monocular as a handheld and I'm adjusting the focus for different distances and I need to put it back on my rifle, I can dial it back to that initial focal point that I know works with my optic when I'm going back on, and then I don't have to go back through the hassle of trying to find that sweet spot again. I really appreciate you watching this video today on the Oneleaf AI Commander NV100 Night Vision Clip-On Monocular. A lot to say, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of features packed into this little guy. I want to say thank you for all of our Patreon members. And remember, if you're looking for extended content as well as videos that we can't post on YouTube, make sure that you become a Patreon member today. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.